So in 6.3, we do want to graph tangent. Whoa, we're going to graph tangent. Let's go fill in this chart like we did sine and cosine using radians. Wow, I had to start at negative 3 pi over 2. I have a reason for that. You agree positive pi over 2, 1 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2 is down here, but negative 3 pi over 2 would be 1, 2, 3 pi over here. Here's negative 3 pi over 2. Tangent is what over what? Y over x. What would be my tangent here? Undefined. Thanks, Chloe. So I'm going to say undefined. And what do you think that would be represented by on this graph? When is this graph undefined, you think? Yes, when we have those vertical asymptotes, exactly. So honestly, if we want, we'll do that in a second. Let's go ahead and keep going. Negative 5 pi, okay. I'm actually gonna have us start at 0 and then we'll work backwards. Let's start at 0. What is my y over x at tangent? And maybe you remind yourself, we're doing y over x. What's my y over x at 0? 0 over 1 is 0, boom. How about pi over 4? Y over x, this one's my fave. Yeah, because anything over itself is 1. Pi over 2. Y over x, undefined. 3 pi over 4. Another fave, just not quite as easy. Negative 1, great. Anything over itself, okay. Negative 1, there we go. How about at pi? Whoosh. Y over x, 0. 5 pi over 4. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4. Yeah, my y over x, isn't the negative over negative a positive? So we're at 1. 3 pi over 2, whoop, y over x, undefined. Now I'm going to have us go backwards. Negative pi over 4, whoop. Positive pi over 4 is here. Negative pi over 4 is going to be here. What's my change in y over change in x? Negative 1. Chloe, you're on it, girl. Negative pi over 2. Here's positive pi over 2. Here's negative pi over 2. Undefined. Negative 3/4. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So therefore negative would be 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Tangent? 1. Are we going to have to do this on our own? No. Negative pi. Whoop. Tangent? 0. Negative 5 pi over 4. Last one. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4. Tangent there. You got it. Okay. So now that we've got that info, let's go graph. And you agree, we like Chloe said, every time it says undefined, that's going to be a vertical asymptote. So I'm going to go to negative 3 pi over 2, and I'm going to draw a vertical asymptote. Make sure that that is dashed, everybody. I'm going to go to negative pi over 2. That is a dashed line. Vertical asymptotes are always dashed. And then I'm going to go put in my points, and I'm going to start at 0, 0, pi over 4, 1, negative pi over 4. This is the trend, you guys. It looks very linear. But correct me if I'm wrong. This graph does not look linear. This graph is nice and curvy. When you connect your little dots, again, it starts at the origin, then it just basically has a slope of 1. Up 1 over 1, down 1 to the left 1. These are 3 lines in a row. When I connect them, you guys, you want to hug the vertical asymptote, go through your 3 points, and then hug the other vertical asymptote. None of this should be jagged. Ben Richardson, I love you, but I'm going to ask you to keep this nice and curvy, okay? Nice and curvy. And we're going to connect and make this pretty tangent graph. Guys, we can never cross a vertical asymptote. We can't cross it. This is the basic trend. Are there cotangent, secant, and cotangent graphs that we could graph? There sure are. Guess what we're not going to do in here? It is miserable to do that. So we're not going to do them, okay? We don't need them in AP Calc. We don't need them in the rest of this year. We don't need them on the ACT, SAT, so I don't waste my time. What we do need is sine, cosine, and tangent. We need those in our head, so we're going to practice those a lot today. Let's think about this real fast. Tangent. What do you think the period of tangent is? For sine and cosine, it was 2 pi. How long until tangent repeats itself now? Just 1 pi? Agreed. He goes, well, from negative pi over 2 to positive pi over 2, that's only 1 pi. So that is the difference between sine and cosine. I mean, they look very different. But tangent only has a period of 1 pi. What about the domain? Domain is where are the x's? Where does this graph exist for all x's? I would say all reals, except where are those asymptotes happening, you guys? Yeah. So you're saying negative 3 pi over 2, negative 1 pi over 2, positive 1 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. So you're going to say pi over 2, n, when n is an odd number. Awesome, Hayden. Or you could have said n pi over 2. I could have written it like this, n pi over 2. Good job, Hayden. What about that range? How low and how high are we going? Yeah, girl, you could do, let's go ahead and do negative infinity to positive infinity. I dig it. What about those x-intercepts? My x-intercepts are here. Here. I drew one in the wrong spot. Come on, buddy. Okay, here. Where are those happening, guys? Yeah, you're like, all right, anytime it's 0, at negative pi, 0, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. So that's just going to be any n pi. Well said, Tuck. Where do we cross that y-axis? Just at 0. We go straight through that origin. Well said, BR. And then I already really wrote the asymptotes are at n pi over 2, where n is not an integer. That's a little redundant from right up there.